Hi, John Heaney for the Job Shopper. Most employers don't get much practice interviewing potential hires, so they rely on the historical standby questions that are detailed in every job interview book ever written. However, those managers who are more adept and skilled at interviewing candidates are adopting behavioral interviewing techniques to sort out their prospects. Behavioral interviewing cuts through the banalities of traditional interviewing and requires candidates to provide specific examples of their career skills, their accomplishments, and their behaviors on the job. There are hundreds, maybe thousands, of books available to instruct the job seeker how to answer the standard interview questions. We've even posted detailed posts and videos to show you how to respond to these questions. So we know that a practiced job seeker can provide their interviewer with all the right buzzwords to bluff their way through an interview. That's exactly why employers are shifting to behavioral interviewing and asking candidates questions that require them to provide concrete examples from their past and detailed information concerning the professional problems they faced, how they dealt with them, how they worked with others, and what precise results they generated. It's almost impossible to fake your way through the response to a detailed question like, can you describe the social media platforms you use professionally and how you've integrated them into your marketing mix to achieve specific business objectives? Now, there's not much room for BS in the answer to a question as detailed as that. And the real strength of this line of questioning is in the follow-up questions that inevitably arise. What were you thinking? Who else was involved? How did you split up the responsibilities? Each question requires details that can't be easily faked or prepared beforehand and generate more insight and honesty than the standard job interview questions. The types of behavioral interview questions revolve around broad themes, including your ambition and initiative, your analytical thinking capabilities, your communication skills, your level of creativity and innovation, your leadership and delegation skills, your planning and organization skills, how you handle problem solving and conflict resolution, and how adept you are at strategic planning. So the toughest part of the behavioral interview is that when you address these broad themes, you can't really prepare for any specific questions that might be asked. But you can prepare how to answer if you follow a three-step process called the STAR process when responding to the behavioral interview questions. And the STAR process includes, number one, explain the situation or task you were involved with. Number two, detail the action that you took. And finally, number three, describe the result of your action. So, taking one of our earlier questions, let's see how you would apply the STAR response process to generate your answer. So the question was, can you describe the social media platforms you've used professionally and how you've integrated them into your marketing mix to achieve specific business objectives? And a response could be like this. The executive management of a national staffing company wanted to increase their visibility and desirability among technical job seekers nationwide. Although the company had a long history in the technical staffing industry, their name recognition wasn't commensurate with their experience and capabilities. So working with their marketing staff, we created a plan that centered around the creation and development of a WordPress blog as the content hub that fed LinkedIn, Facebook, and Twitter accounts with constantly updated content. We monitored the activity on the different platforms, surveyed our technical employees to determine which platforms were most important to them, and adjusted our social media mix to provide the content that was most in demand and generated traffic back to our website so we could capture potential candidates for our technical positions. In just 6 months, we generated nearly 200,000 views of our online videos, increased traffic to our corporate website by 400%, captured over 200 new candidates, and strengthened our relationships and increased our contacts with our technical recruits. The important thing to note after an answer like that is that the only requirement was honesty. There are no right or wrong answers, just answers that are revealing and illuminating. And if you've prepared for these types of questions, you can separate yourself from all the other candidates who never look beyond "why should I hire you?" as the toughest question they'd face.